There it is. Dragon Quest III by Enix. Enix? Enix? I think I used to always say Enix growing up. And then at some point when I became an adult, I started saying Enix instead, I guess. Of course, this being Dragon Warrior 3 for the Super Nintendo, originally released on the Famicom, right? The regular old NES, but not in America, right? 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 No. No? Game Boy Color, yeah. Hold on, no. Hold on. Hold on, I'm just looking at the wrong Moby Games page. I'm just like, why is it saying no? This absolutely came out on the NES. And absolutely had an English translation for it as well. In 1992, though, is late. You'll see here, this came out in 1996 for the Super Famicom. Originally, though, this came out for the regular old Famicom back in 1988, which is a long-ass time ago. Long-ass time ago. Arguably too long ago. You know, even between getting this game to America on the NES, it took 4 years. I mean, did it take 4 years? Who could say? Right? They just decided to release it 4 years later. At the very end of the normal-assed Nintendo release. Even after the Super Nintendo came out. Which is kind of crazy, right? Russ, the Japanese title is Dragon Quest VI. No, it's not. You're just wrong about that, Buck. You're just wrong. It's Dragon Warrior 3 or Dragon Quest 3. What are you talking about? Stop it. I'm not playing Final Fantasy. I also don't know what sarcasm is. Don't do that to me, because I'm looking at my stream stuff being like, I didn't get it wrong. So stop it. Anyways, 1988 originally. So, let's play this game, shall we? I have never... sorry, I made note of this when I played that Dragon Warrior 1+2 collection for the Super Famicom / Super Nintendo. I didn't engage with anything beyond that first game, right? Having originally owned it on the NES. That was it. I never played any of these games beyond that. Not on the regular old NES, not on the Super Nintendo with any of these versions. So that's why, of course, this being this Super Famicom version, originally releasing only in Japan, I indeed have a translation patch on here, which is powered by DQ Translations, which I imagine did a whole bunch of Dragon Quest games. There's been a couple of small updates of other people patching here and there just to, I think, also do some minor corrections and whatnot, which is all good. In terms of the story of... Oh my god, look at these graphics, though. Like, this looks kind of crazy. This looks kind of crazy. That man just fired a bunch of Hadoukens. Look at the animation on him swinging that axe. This is crazy looking. Also, he's very bouncy in the upper chestal region. He's also very loud. Turn that down just a smidge. Sorry. Also, how long is this going to go for? I did not read any of the text of what's going on story-wise. Erdrick? He's here somewhere. I don't know. Maybe? Or at least, oh? Well. It's weird that it's wild they cut out the mom reading the entire novelization of Dragon Quest XI at the beginning. Is that actually what happens? I don't know. I don't know. So focus, I couldn't tell you a single goddamn thing about what happens after Dragon Quest 1, right? Even after playing Dragon Warrior 2 for a solid amount, I couldn't tell you a single goddamn thing that happened in that either. Aside from, I don't know, you got party members now, right? Oh. It's her husband. Look out the axe. Okay. All you have to do is play 90 hours of Dragon Quest. No. Derek Quest. Fuck. I can barely remember if his name is Erdrick or Erdic. I will not self-focus. You play as this little kid? I don't know. Oh, we're finally getting a logo. I recognize this logo. Yeah, Derek Quest. A guy named Derek. Not Derek. Derek. D-E-R-E-K. Sure. Dragon Quest 3. Okay, again, like I said, I know nothing about this original NES game, so you're just gonna have to go along with this ride with me. Here's what I know about this game. It's really pretty. That's all I know. That's all I know. Oh, I can play as a lady. You know, why not? Message speed? Yes, keep it at. Let's see. How about a 2 or a 3, right? Let's go 2. For sure, there's no Earthbound stuff in this. Oh, I'm controlling. Okay. I know it's just an idle animation, but the way this lady is kind of doing this, it makes it look like her sword is really wobbly. I don't know. Also, look at this. This looks crazy. Oh, examine the surrounding area. Apparently, A button does that. Nothing was found. Okay. L and R do that. So a little bit of modernization. Sure. It's a slime sword. Great. You know, they got some of this, like, wavy light effect going on. Okay. Sure. God, look at this game. This looks crazy, even for, like, any Super Famicom game, I'll be honest, right? Again, 1996, so, like, for frame of reference, you know, like, what year was Chrono Trigger again? 95, right? They ever take the shite old speak out of these? Yeah, I guess so, right? I didn't notice it in that opening cutscene, but also, Fonk, this is a fan translation, so if you go look up the script for, like, maybe the NES version of Dragon Warrior 3, maybe, I don't know if that still has it or not. I know, now I can't remember if Dragon Warrior 2 had that or not. I wouldn't know. I played the DQ 1+2 package, right, which was also technically a fan translation, so yeah, I would not be surprised if they still use that very I don't know what they call that kind of speech. It's the old-timey speech. I don't know. Russ, heed my voice. It is I, ruler of everything. Everything. Are we going to start hearing Alan Watts quotes out of this? Just like that one game? Soon, Russ, you will stand before me as a great hero. Why not now? Before that happens, I want to find out what kind of person you are. We'd like to make you a hero, but please do this Myers-Briggs test first. Answer me honestly. Are you ready? Okay. A train goes from Toronto to Nova Scotia. Going 40 kilometers an hour, and then transitions through a tunnel at 120 kilometers an hour. Please let me know your real name. Dog, I already did. Here, I'll give you in lowercase. Want you? Dog, like, I'm not gonna tell people my real birthday. What day? Yeah, also January 1st. How about that? Weird coincidence. Oh, my inner name. Yeah, hold on. Let me go watch a few episodes of Severance so I can figure out how to talk to my innie. Don't think too much about the right answer. Just give me a quick, honest answer. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting doxxed here. Are victories only achieved through combat? No. There's many kinds of combat, but... Do you enjoy talking to random tasks? No, I fucking hate it. Do you prefer solid, good offense over solid defense? Yes, absolutely. Have you heard about parries? Would you rather walk farther to a cheaper inn than stay at a more expensive inn that is close by? No. Do you think that you dream a lot? No. Do you prefer to use magic over weapons? Well, it depends. So, no. Do random strangers bore you when they start? Absolutely. Do you believe that fortune tellers can predict the future? No. Do you consider this living feeling? Yeah. Do you get angry rather at personality quests? By doing something only one time, can you remember forever? No. I mean, depends what that something is. Doing something. Not necessarily like, you know, like being told to do something. I do have to do it to remember it. So yes, actually. No matter what the circumstance, do you always try to? Yeah. I think I understand your personality now. Do you? That's how you do with this. What is this? What is this? I am doing a Myers-Briggs test. Your type is INTJF. I don't even know what that fucking means. Oh my god. We are dreaming now. And we're in the desert. Am I going to meet Jim Morrison out here? What's going on? It actually affects her stats. There's a whole speedrun thing about it. I believe it. Does it go north? I don't know. Ah, shit! Gack! I'm done for. Still have hope, Ricky. No, brother! Is this me, Ricky? Huh. You travel 3 days north of here, you should be able to escape this desert. There's only enough water left for 1 day. That might be all you need. No, brother, I can't leave! Okay. Listen to me, Rick! His name is Ricky. This is how you know he's being serious. Can't leave together because we'd both die of dehydration. Oh no. What about me then? Besides, I can hardly move my body. You should take this giant orange helmet off your head first. But now take this canteen and get moving. Ugh! Brother! No, that's a different game. Hey. He passed out. What should I do? Who are you? Yeah. Alright then. What should I do? Do my brother. I mean, yeah, you do. Yeah, dude. I mean, leaving his body here and returning alone. Is that really the right thing to do? Eat him for strength. We're thirsty, not hungry, don't focus. No? Yeah, this is funk. Even if I have to carry him, try to save him. I mean, I'm here with you, so yeah. I just don't know what to do. Brother! His name is Dick. What? I'm sorry, is it Rick and Dick? Ricky and Dicky? Is this who we're looking at here? passed out. Wait, why is his name Dick now? Well. Secret option, talk to this guy till he dies, dehydrate. Yeah. Oh, Erdrick. I feel as though I know what kind of person you are now. You think? You're a very passionate person. I don't think so. Strong sense of justice, but at the same time, you're kind too. Oh, thanks. You would think that everyone would like someone like you. That's not true at all. They don't. Here's why. You hate Amiga games. It's because others aren't as strong as you. It makes them appear to be. That's not true. It's not true at all. It's quite the inverse. It's called, you know, self-reflecting your weakness upon others. I'll never get tired of living in your shadow because you were so strong. Now you're pandering to me, video game. If you would try and depend on others once in a while, okay, again, fan translation, they would be more receiving of you. Let me tell you about Perry's. Your personality is good though, so don't worry about changing your ways too much. Yeah. People don't like you because they get a sense that you're acting better than they are and they feel minimized by you. So even though you mean well, don't worry about changing much. You're fine. It's not a good way to reinforce that behavior. This is your personality. Okay. Soon, morning will come and you'll wake from your slumber. Look forward to meeting you again someday. All right. You say so, video game. Wow, I didn't realize I would, you know, be doing a better help quiz at the beginning of this game. It was Russ's 16th birthday. Great. Are they going to find me a psychiatrist on my birthday? And then sell all of my personal information as well? Wake up, Russ! Okay. Now I'm never going to get that better help. Sponsorship. Whatever. Russ, it's morning! Time to wake up. Okay. It'll be the first time that you've ever been in the castle. Great. I embrace you as a brave young woman for this very occasion. Oop, hop ran, I bet. Ooh, now we're running fast now. Ooh. Can I tone that down? It actually is a little too fast. I have a message speed. I don't have a run speed or something like that. Alright, well. It's fine. Don't have anything in my info. Oh, look at that. You actually start with stuff in this game. What? What? What kind of game are we playing? We're not playing a Dragon Quest game. Getting a sword and clothing? What? That's fucking crazy. Ooh, a macho. Hell yeah. We all love a big lady out here. In spirit as well, so. Yeah, you can't have a new team. That's a good point. Yeah, look at that. Strength, agility, pretty high. Stamina, not bad. Wisdom, eh. Nah, I don't know if that luck is good or not, but I'm going to assume, comparatively speaking, low. Alright, well. Right, I can press R to check these. Oh, if you have a map, press this button to view it. Oh. Okay, so L to... Yeah, there we go. Ah, look at that! A strength seed! Pressing L to search. So you don't have to, you know, go to the actual verbs in your typical fashion. Let's use the strength seed, I guess. Is this randomized? Like, was it the last? No. I don't know. These games, it always goes up by 1. I don't think it's a randomized number, right? I know there's some that do that. Oh, I can look. Oh, without a dealer. Dealer. Nice. Okay. Can I equip this? Let's eat it. Increased by 3. Interesting. Okay. I'm just curious. Got a sword, just, you know, Change the randomization table a little bit. Increased by 2. Look at that. So it is randomized. I want to say that in the Dragon Warrior 1+2 package, or Quest 1+2 package, I should say, sorry, they had seed items to further boost your stats a little bit. And they were also randomized in that. But not every single seed item, I think, was possibly random. I think some of them might only increment by 1. I can't remember. Now we're stuck with 2. Shit! There we go. I don't know what the maximum is per seed. I don't know. It's fine. All right, here we go. Never get going. Okay. Did this lady say she was our mom? I don't remember. Or is she just a caretaker of sorts? Oh, we should figure out because your fish is hit. No, we're not. Not in 2 hours. Let's turn on to the castle. Don't forget your manners in front of the king. Off you go. I want to look around the town! I'm so anxious to meet the king, yet you hesitate. Something bothering you? No. What are you waiting for? But what happens if I said yes? It's your last chance to talk to him. Sure you want to skip on your meeting with the king? Yes! I see. I won't try to stop you. Wait, what? That's crazy! That's crazy! You can do that! Should you want to meet with the king? No. Oh, what are you waiting for? You know what? It's fine. Alright, let's go. It's fine. Fine. Are people required to bring their 16-year-old kids to the king? I don't understand why either. Can I go behind you? No, you cannot. Oh, look at this. Unlike other Dragon Quest games, you can actually go behind some geometry in this one. In a fashion of which, you know, oh. Hey! Are you here to see me? Sure. Okay. This was a traveler's door in the far eastern regions of Aliahan. It's been sealed off forever since the war. Store's locked. No shit. Well. Okie. Maybe that will be plot critical at some point. Hey, what's up? It's the Castle of Aliahan. Yeah. The thief Bakoda wants to wreak havoc in her jail. Wait, what? In her town is now in jail. Thief key, we say. Alright. The movement in this is kind of weird. You move very fast. Maybe I'm just used to playing NES Dragon Warrior, where you move incredibly slowly. So like flying around in this game is nuts. Also, notable, not grid-based movement in, you know, your typical fashion. I'm gonna guess the NES game was grid-based, right? Like I wouldn't be able to walk in the middle of these two, you know, squared off sprite cubes, right? But in this game, they're like, sure. So like, in the Dragon Quest 1+2 package, you could move like this, right? Still can't walk on a diagonal, though. Who's Baramos? Try sneaking out once, but my father ended up catching me. Oh. Okay. Oh. I can be a soldier here because I yearned to see the hero, Ortega, and also the mines. But then Ortega passed away, and now I want the mines. He'll still be alive somewhere. I wonder if is Ortega the guy we saw in that intro that went down with that one demon? Maybe. I don't know. Well, door's locked. This the thief guy? Damn it! I'm the infamous thief, Bakota! How could I let some old man steal my key? Where's he at? He lives in the Najimi Tower. Okay. Well, if you say so. Probably can't. Yeah. Let's just go talk to this king. We gotta move. We gotta move. I'm definitely not talking to everyone. I'm like trying to very carefully like hope we're only talking to people that are actually plot critical in some way or actually have useful information, right? Right. So there is some tutorialization, obviously. As is typical for these opening castles, right? Formation. Oh, there's formation in this game. You don't say. Russ's personality is macho. Is there not a different word they could have used other than macho? Traveling alone is dangerous. First go to Ruida's. Ruida? Tavern on the edge of town to find some good companions. It's okay because I'm macho. You don't gotta worry about it. That's a bad macho man. Welcome, Russ. Brave son of the hero Ortega. Okay. I mean, daughter. Yeah, my dude. Do you mind? There's no mistaking it. You're Shirley, his child. You must have already heard this from your mother by now. But your father, Ortega. So, okay, that was the guy. Met his death after falling into a volcano. Sure. I mean, how would they know? Did you see the cutscene too? I hereby request that you follow in your father's footsteps into the volcano? That's fucked up, dude. Must defeat the Archfiend Baramos. I don't know why I started singing that like I was singing Enrique Iglesias's Bailamos. This name remains unknown in the world of men, so you must not speak it. What do you mean, hey that guy, Del Focus? Like Tekken? Great. Won't be soon destroyed by Bailamos. You must... Don't worry, the world was not destroyed by Bailamos in 1999. No. Year come out. Would that have been like 99? 2001? Bailamos. Wow, 98! Fuck, dude. I guess. Okay. Let's find some reliable friends. Yep. Ooh, 50 gold? That's it? Dog, you own a castle. God, space, speed, Russ. Alright. Did it actually give me stuff? The fuck is this? Give me the same goddamn clothes, a club that is worse, and a stick. Fucking monarchy. I swear to God. What's your deal? Follow coastline and castle to see a cave on the promontory. That's a hell of a word. Nothing here. A luck seed. Right. It's interesting that the objects in the world that you search actually do, like, open and stuff. That's different, right? You know, in the original games and stuff, I doubt they would have. Unless the NES versions did it. I don't know. Definitely didn't do it in Dragon Quest 1 or 2. Okay. Might as well just use this. Great. Where'd the one guy say that? No, not this one. Someone was saying it's like, hey, get the companions, right? Can't remember which one They actually did give me some direction, didn't they? On the edge of town. You didn't give me a direction! Alright. Wait, hold on. Excuse me. Hey. Mountain cave that leads to Najibi Tower. I think it's true. It's the same thing. Cave? A mountain cave. Okay. I knew it. Ooh, a small medal? What does that do? I probably need to get someone to praise that, I guess. Can I use it? I flipped it. Eek! The metal hits Russ. I can actually pick it up. Well, can I equip it? No. Alright. I guess. Yeah, lock. Alright. I want to get narrow. How do I get narrow? Need a fancy key. I'll say this: the music is kind of half decent, you know. I know not all the music, in my opinion, of the Dragon Quest series is good. Some are just fine. Some of them, not a big fan. But wow, nighttime? There's night cycles? I'm sorry. Leave time to walk around for a while. It will eventually become nighttime. Wow, we're playing Castlevania 2, apparently. Monsters thrive in the darkness, so be careful if you're heading out during these hours. Okay. Nope, trying to talk to you. Are you the son of Brave Ortega? Whoops, I meant to say daughter. Man, everyone's just gonna misgender me this entire game because I chose the female option. Your father was such an incredible man. Alright. This is a weapons and armor shop. Alright. A shitty stick and a club are all worse than stuff I have. But I'm going to assume maybe my friends need them, so... Oh, even these clothes are worse. Can't afford these, so... Alright. See that? No. Oh, we're just going down this well now. Someone lives down here. What? Hello. The Metal King's Mansion. Good to see you again. I collect small metal. Oh, look at this. You prize to return. Found some. Alright. What's you found? 5. Spiny Whip. Alright. Of course it is. I'm incredibly safe around my husband. That's why I never leave him. I think it might even be feared by the archer. Oh, alright. Small metal prize list. Spiny whip, a garter belt. Ooh, sexy. Glider ring! Man, that's a good word. Strength ring, smart glasses, and a ninja suit. Justice Abacus! That sounds like a... It sounds like something like a fighting game character would say as like a finishing move, right? Sacred bikini? Hell yeah, let's go. Alright. Alright. I don't know if this stuff is in the NES game or not, right? This feels like something that would be added into the Super Nintendo version, right? Like this kind of stuff feels like it'd be outside the scope of what people did in, what year was it again? 88? Right? Yeah. In 88 on the NES. 2 gold for the night. Alright. It's good to know. How about you? Paper shop. A pot lid shield? I mean, I guess better than nothing, but that'd be all of my money, so no. Alright, let's go back to our house. Yep. Sounds like you did a great job. You look exhausted. I got some sleep. I didn't want to sleep, but... Okay. Or sometime. Hold on. Oop. I gotta inspect these barrels. Again, the movement in this game is very fast. Got an herb. Alright. I cannot go through this door. Alright. Is that even a door? No, it's probably a window. Your father Ortega was a remarkable hero. He was my son, Russ! Oh, that's our grandfather then. Okay. And because you are my grandchild, I believe that you too will be a great hero, just like father. Right. What's in your drawers? 5 gold! Thank you. I think we got a strength seed out of that one, right? Just jacked $5 from Grandpa's drawers. Here's the bank. When you die, you won't lose any of the money that you have saved here. All right. Increments of 1,000. Jesus. It's a free service? Said no bank ever, you know? A fighter, a priest, and a magician. Hick? You want anyone that's not in Ruida's tavern, be sure to check out the registration hall. Oh. This is the tavern. Okay. I thought we had to, like, leave to another place for us, but... We deal with those seeking companions. Can I help you today? Yeah. Who do we got? Will the warrior, who is stubborn. Not macho, though. It's Christo the cleric. It's a lonesome male. Ooh. And Samantha the mage, who's a smart female. Alright. Well, I'm... What am I again? I'm technically a warrior, I guess, right? Like... No, I'm just macho. My class is macho. I'm not even a warrior. I'm the hero, but I'm macho. But my stamina is 8, and that other guy's was much higher, so he'd probably... Let me guess. That guy's got more health, right? That's why he's stubborn, but his agility is really low, so he's either really slow or really bad at dodging or something, probably, right? So if I'm not meant to be a tank, right? Does that mean I have to take one with me? It kind of seems like it, right? Mage probably got a lot of attack spells, but I don't know. 2 fighters does not leave a lot of room for spell casting, which seems also important, right? I was gonna say, like, what if we just don't get hit? What if I just don't get hit? I mean, we need the cleric, right? How many characters can you have in a party, right? Just give me everyone. Yeah, look at that. Also, I find it interesting, you don't have to go and find your companions, like in the other game. Sure. Okay. It's your deal. Fighters attack nimbly, while thieves are superb treasure hunters. Dealers are good at appraising... Yeah, so I've heard. Jesters just fool around. Take a jester along, at least wait until you're stronger. While somewhat useless, jesters can be very entertaining. Are they like a bard class or something? Find who you're seeking and register that person. If you register somebody, you can pick them up. What? Is this like make a character? Okay. Stu. Female? Oh wow, look at that. You can choose a class. Stu the dealer. Is the information right? No? Oh, God. I was expecting just to see some more stats or something. Oh. You know what? Sure. They will receive some aid from the king. Trying 5 status boosting seeds to aid in their growth. Is there mail I can do for you at random? I don't know what a dealer class is, but... Oh, this is a lot, dude. I mean, it seems wisdom is important. And probably luck. Maybe some stamina. Wait, there's an only up by 1? What the fuck? Is that randomized too, or is that... It was! 1 point is a... It's a real... It's a ripoff. Seems quite vain. I'm gonna register too. Sure. No, it's fine. How many companions can I have? I've got 4. I mean, I guess I'll see if I can pick up Stu. Sages are chosen by God. Only those stand... What? Alright. Just a cat up here. Too many companions. Okay, so 4 is the maximum. Good to know. Okay. Well, I guess we've got a full party. Motley looking crew, I'll say. I think we haven't done. Oh, I guess equipment for them, right? Oh wow, yeah, they got nothing, huh? All right. I mean, which one is our tank? Is it? I don't remember. I think Will is the tank, right? Yeah, Will is stubborn, which is sure. Samantha is the mage, and Christo the cleric. Okay, let's try to remember that. Let's give this to Will. Yes, please. I guess give this to also Will. Uh-huh. Give the stick to either of these two. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to assume Samantha. I'm going to guess there will be some items that I cannot, you know, obviously pass around to certain classes, depending. It also said something about, like, your formation matters, right? So, like... Because I'm at the very top, will that make a difference? It definitely changed their walk order, so, like, does that mean I have to, like... put Will in the front like this, and then me? Now I'm not playing with me out front anymore. Seems funny. I don't know if that matters, but alright. Let's go beat up some slimes or something, I guess. Let's also save. Yep, this sure sounds like Dragon Quest. That's a fun transition. Look at this game, man. Parry? Excuse me? Put it in the books! Dragon Warrior 3 has a parry! Fight. Everyone fight. Bonk. Wow, look, they animate when they attack! Also, look at the amount of animation frames on that shit! Why are we calling it Warrior, not Quest? Actually, that's a good point. That's a good point, actually, Gonj. Also, welcome, Gonj. That's just because the name that I copy and pasted out of so I can't get the full Japanese name here. This is annoying. That's just because I just copy and pasted out of Moby Games, and it was like, you know, it just said Dragon Warrior 3. But you're right, I am playing the Japanese version of this game, so actually should say instead. Dragon Quest 3, The Seeds of Salvation? I think? I guess? They might, actually, you know what? They probably didn't call it that until a lot later, right? When it got re-released? I don't know. Actually, let's double check this. Because remakes. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now. Released in 1996, da-da-da, super late, yep. Remake versions as well. You know what? Probably the actual name for it is just Dragon Quest 3, for being honest. I don't know when they started calling it Seeds of Salvation. Then maybe that's worth looking at. I don't know. Doesn't matter that much. Great. Did that fight? Right, let's keep on. The walk speed's significantly slower on this overworld, obviously. Slime! Bonk. Oh, look at that little guy wiggle. I don't know how I feel about that. I like the way these birds are doing their work. Also, this game is still very loud. I apologize. I turned it down many times. It's still way too goddamn loud. But yeah, these animations are really good. It certainly seems like a 1996 video game. That's for sure. For the Super Nintendo, right? Cross the bridge. Harder enemies? Maybe. We could say. These backgrounds look really... Oh, look at that time of day change. Look at this! This looks crazy. Also, like, look at the, like, fisheye lens effect on this background. I feel like it's like Dragon Quest 3 as directed by Spike Jonze. You know, these slimes are going to do a sick kickflip after we roll down, you know, Sunset Boulevard or something. I will say, I don't know if I love the font choice here, but that's the English translation, the fan translation making that choice. I can appreciate it's making a lot of familiar Dragon Quest sounds, like that, like these sounds, right? When it says like Raven A attacks and when I attack and stuff. That sound is new, that Great. You know, it's still doing that noise when you level up, which is good, right? That's what you want to hear. Sure, there's been at least one slime escape, but if someone hasn't yet, I'd be very disappointed. Right? So, because there's time of day changes, I wonder if, like, that kind of passage of time actually matters to, like, doing quests, or if certain NPCs need to appear in places, you know, stuff like that, right? I mean, obviously it's not nighttime anymore in a cave, right? Also, should I be down? I do have a heal spell. Okay. Let's keep venturing forth. Oh no. Horny hair! Ugh. I don't know how to feel about that. I find it kind of interesting. I can't actually choose which raven to hit. I can only choose what groups of enemies I can actually attack. Also, look at the animation on that horny hair. That looks crazy. Also, my health is really bad. I just realized. Uh-oh. Oh god. Well, I died. I mean, let's see what happens. When the hero goes down, do I keep going or not? Also, how do I revive? Have to go back to a church? Oh, I am a literal coffin being dragged around by my friends now. I'm also gonna guess I didn't get the experience on that, probably, right? Yeah, I didn't. Oh, they're dragging my ass. Oh, shit. Shit. What? Come on! Oh. There we go. Oh god, it's a far trek. Ow. Ow. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Alright. Alright, Sam. Oh, this guy's just having a nap. Hey there, Missy. I met you in the saloon today. Okay. Yeehaw. I agree. Yeehaw. Shop's closed. Is there anywhere I can revive? Do I just stay at the inn? Oh, I can go up these stairs. Hey, what's up? Yeah, sleeping? Oh, you're not sleeping. Yeah? Oh, crap! What do you mean, crap? I do we meet upstairs in the eatery this afternoon? I'm sure it looks amazing. Hey, are you hitting on me? What's going on? We're gonna make a magic ball but fail. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna guess staying at the inn does not revive my characters, right? Yeah, I figured that was the case. Wait. Is there like a church? It's the castle. How do you revive your characters? Oh, here we go. Clergy, don't sleep. Everyone. 10 gold! Greedy ass church. You don't even pay taxes! Alright. It's gonna take a while. Hold on. Hold on. What's benediction? Well, we came out on top by about 26 gold out of our small little journey. I should grind a little bit, I guess. It's a Dragon Quest game after all. Oh, it's curses? Okay. I'm guessing purification, is that like poison. Yeah. Alright. Not looking so hot, right? Okay. Look, we've barely scratched the surface here, but this still feels absolutely like a Dragon Quest game, that's for sure, right? Again, my experience with these games is very limited. Having only really played the first game. Wait, what'd that say? This text is going way too fast. Oh, Monster Group is surprised. Okay, so I have, like, priority. I did choose message speed 2, which is, I guess, pretty quick. But I would still like to read it a little bit. But, yeah, I guess now it's nighttime, so the enemies are all supposed to be tougher, right? Supposed to be? They seem about the same. Maybe it's just more of them? Oh, that slime is so wiggly! Thank God for turbo buttons. In some of the... I can't remember, was it... I think it was Earthbound. Made it so that if you just hold onto a button long enough, it'll just, like, automatically choose commands for you, I think? I can't remember if that Dragon Quest 1 or 1+2 did it, but, like, if I just kind of hold on to the action button like this... See, it will go. It's very slow. It's very slow at picking this, you know? It is faster if you just jam on it. At least it does something, but I mean... It takes like a minute for me to press and hold for it to, like, to kick in. Just assume you're gonna go to maximum speed, right? We're just trying to, like, obviously, you know, grind through these battles and stuff, right? Ooh, I learned Blaze! Great. I can 420 it whenever I want on the road. So thankfully I have a turbo toggle here. I can just boop, 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 boop my way through this. Also, Samantha not looking so hot back there. I should throw Samantha a heal, right? Leveling up seems to give you, you know, a little HP for the maximum, but you don't get the full thing, right? Yeah, maximum is 16, so... Or, Christo, right? 3 MP when ally restore 30 HP. Sure. Oh, good! It tells you, how many hit points you're away from your maximum. Previous game does not do that, right? It's good. It's good. This looks like there'd be something here. Ooh. Door's locked. Is this like the cave they were talking about? Maybe it's not in the mountains, but. Spooky cave. Oh, look at this frog! Frogor. Look, again, I don't know my Dragon Quest that much. I know about slimes. I know about wyverns. How about no Frogor? I know about what's that platypus looking guy? Can't remember his name. Platypunk, I believe, right? Oh, a trick. Come on. I look for them tricks. Dragon Quest. I guess. Alright. Oops. Great. Feels weird to have the hero not be walking in front. I'm not gonna lie. I am a little vain like that. Man, these animations are absolutely stellar on these enemies. It's just a moth! Just handle it, would you? Also, what are these things I'm seeing here? Underneath our characters, for like Will, it says W:W, and then for me it says H:W. What does that mean? Are those like supposed to be like some kind of status? Or is that dictating like equipment and stuff, right? Is that choosing maybe like some speed, or I don't know. I have no clue. And now they went from W's to 3 and 2. What? It's not related to like my XP or something, is it? I mean, it's here as well. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, more clothes. Item. Give. Sure. The healer, right? Okay. Yeah. It's a job classmate, maybe. Look at this anteater! Creepy little dude. Ooh, critical hit. Oh my god, they animate crazy! They look crazy when he like did a little like hop hop and then like tried to lick me. Yes, this is 32233. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just spelunking through this cave now. I just did a loop. It's fast. We don't. We're on a time budget here, right? Like it's. These horny hairs again. Let's get through this. Shit. Well, let's do the maze method. Stick to one way and then... Okay, good. Herb, alright. The instruction guide has a whole breakdown of the personality points. Really? Is it actually interesting, Bill Focus? Like, should we look at it, or is it just kind of like, it just does it? It's actually kind of cool. Okay, maybe I'll take a look at it after. And your hair. I feel like we've gone everywhere, right? Yeah, because we came from up. Okay. Oh, we have actually traversed. Oh, this is the other side of the cave that we initially went through. Okay. I think this is for the Game Boy Color version, though, maybe. Oh, the manual we're looking at? Yeah, because like the Super Nintendo manual would be Japanese, probably, right? I wouldn't know what it is. Unless someone actually translated that, which would be kind of crazy, right? Can I go into these mountains? I hear slime. Oh, you can walk through mountains. Okay. Yeah, it's a Dragon Quest game, right? Or these hills, I should say. You know. Health not looking so good for old William over here. Anyone else? Yeah. Let's stay out here a little longer. Might as well traverse the rest of this cave. Accidentally found the Prima strategy guide for the Game Boy Color game. It's kind of neat, actually. But it's not the manual. That makes sense then, right? I'm just powering through these fights now because, again, it's not that I don't find them interesting. It's just combat at this point of the game is never going to be that interesting, right? You're kind of just attacking your way through things because your MP is going to be so limited with your casters that it's not worth, you know, investing into that quite right away, right? So you just kind of want to attack your way through it. Unless you're, like, against a boss or something, right? Oh, shit. Door's locked! Fuck! This is that one secret entrance we found underneath. I mean, it makes sense. This would be here, I guess. Wait. Not gonna be anything down here, right? No. Get this crazy anteater out of here. Should probably heal my casters. You need one too? I'm getting a little low on MP. Let's hold on this for a bit. Let's throw a save here. Oops. There we go. I got one more path I have not gone down. It's this one. Oh. This seems important. I haven't found anything yet. Music sounds crazy, though. Anteaters! Down here. Can I leave this area, too? I can. This is on the island. Yeah, I figured. This is probably that tower they were talking about, right? If that's the case, I'm going to go back. Rest of the night, get my MP pack, and then we'll come back here. Right. To the left was a treasure chest. With the guy with the thing? Real descriptive. It's gonna be a quest thing. And we know that much. Right. Let's Keel Will. This is the last one. I have some herbs if I really need it. Is this door locked? I can't remember. Yeah. It's the Tower of something. I don't know. They called it something or the other. Right? Yeah. Every 10 feet is a fucking fight. It's a Dragon Quest game, alright. It's a Dragon Quest game! I can appreciate that the town did change at the time of day, went to night. It's kind of interesting. This guy sells items, right? Actually, I have money now. I should probably buy some gear, right? Let's rest up first. 8 gold? I thought it was 2! What happened? So, like, the time of day matter here? Or how much you're charging people? What is it, dynamic pricing? Fuck out of here with that. Don't tell me this guy also changes his prices. Motherfucker. Alright. It looks like I should get a sword. Oh, our cleric can use a sword. That's weird. Right? That's kind of weird. Cleric with a sword? A mace or something. I get it. Cleric with a sword. What? What? Crazy. Yep. Do I have enough money for armor? No. I do not need to buy Christo a sword. Let's hold back on that. Even if that's primarily how we're doing damage. Let's get some armor. Also, Samantha can't use any of these. She can't even use a club. She can only use a stick. Alright. In that case. Oh, she can use the traveler clothes. Okay. So in that case, let's get this other armor. Wait, hold on. Well. She might. Buy everyone a shield, right? Because that's additive, because everyone has body armor to start already, right? So shields will be additive, because no one has any of these, so. Let's buy everyone a shield. Except for Samantha, I guess. They're like two-handed weapons and stuff where you discard a shield and kind of like can use a bigger weapon. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, well, we only got 50 gold left. Okay. Do I have spare traveler's clothes I can give? Probably not, because I didn't buy any leather armor, right? So, then I could have given that to Samantha here. I guess I can sell some of this stuff, right? Just need enough to buy one leather armor for either myself or Will here, right? That's not gonna do it. Well, shit. Back to grinding. I guess. Right? I guess. We're playing a Dragon Quest game, so as expected. Also, I forgot about these pot-lid shields. Oh, which Samantha can use. She can't, yeah, because she couldn't use like a normal leather shield, right? Put a pot lid. A wizard is like, no problem. Give me that pot lid, yeah. Come on, lady. Shield and a pot lid. All right. Well, guess what? Here you go. I will say, this is pretty decent, I'll say. Like, it's kind of funny to rank this game, right? Because it's a Dragon Quest, obviously. It's a Dragon Quest game from 1988, right? 1988. That would have been released in 1996. That's 8 years. Right? Now, yes. Oh, I learned a heal spell. Did I read that correctly? Yeah, look at that. Interesting. Am I like a more of a paladin-ish kind of character? That's interesting. That's interesting. I guess I am the hero, so, you know, Erdic also had healing spells and attack spells, right? So. Yeah, because like this warrior here, William, he has 0 max MP, so Yurdrit. Yeah, I don't know why you say Yurdrit. It's like it's like when New Yorkers are like Yurt. Anyways. Yeah. Bust through that. Alright, let's get to this tower, see what's up, right? Can't go that way. Get out your frog. Ooh, I learned Ice Bolt. Did I? Oh, you know what? I can't probably see the spells here because they're only spells that I can use, right? Yeah. So, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, because Will won't have anything. Speed up. Okay. That's got to be like an agility boost, right? Right? I've got Blaze as well. Recall, I'm going to guess, is like, hey, exit a dungeon, right? Oh, all? Oh, that's not as useful as I want it to be. I guess you could look at everyone's stats if you really wanted, but... Alright. You know, I'm starting to appreciate the move speed being as fast as it is when you're not on the overworld now, right? And, like, relatively speaking, how they factor that in from the NES game might be interesting. In terms of, like, the map size, like, or if they've decided to keep the, you know, the relative map design the same in terms of, like, how many squares of movement, you know? It's too bad I'm skipping all these, because, like, these animations are really nice. Like, look at that anteater! It's disgusting! But also, you know, the fights are... We know what these are. So, more stairs. Oh, sneakrets. Here. Ooh. This seems like the way to go, right? So let's go down before we go up. Even if one might say you gotta get up to get down. I'm gonna say you gotta go down before you get up. In this case. Also, look at this. Oh, we're on the outside of the tower. Okay. I hear anteaters. I know. Just go here, I guess. Nothing. I wonder if there's anything that's supposed to be here, or if it's... Ooh, Babble! That's not a slime. This guy looks like he could poison me, right? Ooh, they still wiggle at you. Also, that hurt Samantha quite a bit. Got a heal on there. Stairs. This surprising amount of ways you can go, right? Kind of surprising. I'm not gonna lie. With Dragon Quest, you know, the dungeons are usually not that complicated. Usually pretty straightforward. Usually, not always, but usually. Definitely a lot of red herring pathways in Dragon Quest dungeons, though. I will say that. Oh my god, there's a lot of encounters. Obviously, in this case, we have fast forward, which is nice, but definitely not taking it for granted. Obviously, not something you can do when you're playing this game in its normal or regular form. Oh, well, who are you? Shit, I could have stayed here before. Fuck. Why do you have an inn here? That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Well, which were those stairs? There's multiple stairs. Also, the inn is all in one room, I guess. Let's try down this way first, I guess. Oh, shit! I was not paying attention. I was reading chat. No, we're not. We're not. We're not. We're not. Nope, what was this one? Was it the next one? Shit! Yeah. How's our health? We're fine. Okay. Don't fall off. Of course. Fuck, dude. There's a lot of random battles. Again, we're playing a Dragon Quest game. I know. It's still not annoying, right? Also, I think we just did loot. Oh, there's the stairs. Shit, am I poisoned? I am. Is that what the WHCM? That's, again, it's gotta be status related, right? Use on will. Okay. Well, I only got one of those. I don't have any spells that can take care of that, so. How's our health? Alright, we're good. Poison didn't do too much of a number on me, thankfully. Wing of Wyvern. Is that also, that's an escape item, I assume, right? I'm gonna assume. Yeah, it takes the alley hand. Okay. Don't poison me. Please. Fuck! Right. Oh, another set of stairs. Whatever. Of course. Hello. You're just... Hey! 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 There's got another set of stairs in there, though. Let me guess. It was that other stairwell that I skipped. Was it over here? It's over here somewhere. Yeah. What a weird roundabout way to get me here. Let me see your books first. A tomboy book. What's that do? Alters person. Let me guess. It changes your gender. If I wanted to stop being misgendered, just... Reading the books has caused millions of childhood memories to return to Russ. Son begins to act like a tomboy. Now I'm a tomboy. Instead of macho. Did that change my stats? I wouldn't be able to tell. It should have said. What is happening? I would have been happy to just call my character trans, but I mean, like... What did that do? I don't... Could I have given that to any other character other than myself? It's no interest to William. Yeah, I can only use it on myself, I guess? I think it changes how you level up. Yeah, it must be. So like, oh wait, no, this worked on Samantha, so it only works on female characters, apparently. Also, I wonder if that's the book of the plot of Dragon Quest XI. Wait, I don't know what you're talking about, Del Focus. That sounds interesting. Maybe? I don't know. I worked on Samantha. She's now a tomboy. I guess that altered her class? Because it literally was just mage before, right? No, smart. But she is a mage. So, yeah, like you're saying, it changes how you level up. So her being a tomboy must, I don't know, maybe gives her more strength or gives her more agility or something, rather than being smart, which I'm assuming would dictate more wisdom-y traits and stuff like this. I'm guessing, right? Also, this guy's dozing off. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm here. My dreams had told me that I should hand this key over to you. Will you please accept it? Nah. Yeah, give me the key. Great. There exist books that I can't... Yeah, I realized. I would recommend reading it. But what if I like being macho? What if I just want to be macho? Oh, okay. That just works now. I just jump off? Probably just jump off, right? Look at that. Alright, let's stamp that in one more time. Nope, wasn't here. Ah! I guess no enemies down here, right? Take my money. I guess I can just use that wyvern. Wyvern? Wyvern? I'll say wyvern. Oh, but there's that one thing below. I think it's not hard to get to. Let's just walk. Let's just walk. I can remember. I think it's... Damn it! Where was that stairwell? Yeah, here it is. Right. So if I go this way, I could take the path. The path to the right unlocks that door that gets me right back into the castle, right? Or, but I also want to see like what's over here, right? Get out of here, slime! Ooh, treasures. Agility seed. Okay. Ooh, a wooden helmet. I mean, okay. I mean, obviously I'm going to use this on my character. I don't know how permanent my character friends are, right? Like my companions. Like, I definitely can see how, you know, like, my character being a central part is always going to be relatively the same, you know, in terms of, like, their class and disposition, unless I read those books. But does that actually alter my skill of, like, what spells I learn? Probably not, right? Because my class is as a hero. But whether I choose to swap out, you know, these people for like other people that I choose to like create new characters, like the Jester or all those others, I'm going to do they level with me? I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll go back to town. We'll see, right? Oh, shit. I want my friend to die. Back that up. Again, we're trying to move closer through this, because, again, I don't want to play this game all night. We haven't fought a boss yet, that's for sure. So, curious about that. I'm surprised we didn't, like, run to a boss at the top of this tower or anything like that. No, unless I have to work tomorrow. Will I play this game again? You know. I tell you what, I'm not having a bad time, right? Yes, I'm fast-forwarding through these fights and stuff to make my life a little bit easier right now, but would I be frustrated having to do these in full? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. It is a Dragon Quest game still, right? Like, there's no escaping that. Does it look incredible? Yes. Does it sound the way you want it to sound? Yeah, absolutely. Is it still a pain in the ass? Maybe a little bit. I don't have the right key to unlock this guy, even though it's his key. I've got your key, dude. It's only red doors. Just don't get arrested like he did. Alright, later, cop. I can't remember where else I ran into those red keys. Or red key doors. Is there one over here? Yeah, there is one over here. Hey, what's up? Don't mind me. Small metal. I need 5 of them, right? Break a seal on the travel door with a magic ball. Oh, the old man who created the magic ball lives in Reeve. Okay. You say so. I'm gonna guess it's to get through these doors, right? This one opens now. Smart book. Alright. Guess so. I do find the, you know, the different book kind of things here, like, that's interesting, I'll say that. Right, get it on here. It's funny thinking about this game, because it's like, obviously I'm playing a Super Nintendo. Like, thinking about the context of this game coming out on the NES or Famicom, obviously. It's interesting to see how they went from, like, companions to being so heavily focused on, like, stats, right? This was not something you had to care about in those other games, right? Not to my knowledge, or not that I remember. Obviously, the first game, you didn't even get companions. The second game, you do get the companions, but then their classes are more what's important rather than looking at their stats to what their utility is. Whereas this game, obviously, the natural building upon that is to apply classes and then also just focus on their character building, but having it tied to personalities, right, for how that should progress is interesting and making you think about, you know, what kind of character build you want, I guess. But does that have more meaning? Like, does that have really meaningful effects on how you would play this game, right? Because your classes still dictate what your skills are, right? For that utility. In this case, mostly just through spells, right? Like, you don't get skills with, you know, your warrior guy, and he doesn't have any MP at all. And yeah, this kind of goes away pretty quick in the series. Yeah, like, from what I understand, like, you don't worry about this kind of stuff later on. But I don't know exactly where that starts and ends, Stealth Focus. Like I said, I have very little experience with this series as a whole, right? If you told me what happens in Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6, I have no clue. No idea. Have you actually played all of them, Del Focus? That's a lot of video games, right? Like, you can very easily get to sicko mode with this stuff for sure, but... No? Yeah, and like, I'm gonna guess, like, obviously a lot of North Americans probably don't have that level of familiarity unless you're that kind of a sicko, right? Given the way that Dragon Quest games were primarily released in Japan up until modernity, essentially, right? How much money do I have? Why is this thing not telling me how much money I have? It's gotta be here somewhere, right? 43. Yeah. Let's go here. You played 11, 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7. That's still a lot. That's still a lot, though, Focus. That's impressive. I'm going to guess like 8, 9, and 10? Are those on like PlayStation, Nintendo 3DS, and stuff like this, I assume? Maybe DS, I'm going to guess as well, maybe? I'm going to guess. Let's give this to me. Actually, we get this to Christo. Maybe we start with 11. Oh, wow, that's later than I would have expected. But it makes sense given the order of which you told me you played them. That's interesting, I'll say. Here's one thing I know about 11. Nobody liked the music of that game. That's what I know about 11. There are a lot of people who are very mad about the music of 11. Dragon Quest Builders 2. Oh, I'm lying. What? What are you talking about? My Dragon Quest Monsters 1 and 2 first. I have even less knowledge about those ones, if I'm being honest. Outside of what they call the mainline series. I know people like those Dragon Quest Builders games. I know that much. But, again, I know very little about them. I think I've played enough of this. I think I'm ready to rank it. I would have liked to have, like, fought a boss. But, like, you know, all these things we're doing here, this micromanaging of armor and weapons and stuff, like, yeah, as expected. I would not have expected, all this stats stuff that we're worrying about. And even then, again, with those questions I asked, I don't see how this early on, how meaningful that stuff is. If that stuff is somehow tied to what kind of spells you can learn and stuff like that, based on how you level up, I would find that interesting, but the game hasn't told me that otherwise. So that seems like something I'd have to play the game more of, or go read a guide. Again, I would need to read a manual or something, or probably the right answer is reading that strategy guide you found. You know. But these are things that would have been noted in a booklet somewhere, right? In a game manual that you'd get from with the game. So, should we explore? Let's explore a little more. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let me save down. Let's just go for a walk, right? We got the crazy key. I don't know where I'd use it, but go for a walk. See, you can see more than slimes. Also, I didn't use the inn before I left. My turn to heal. There's another town up here. Of course. I really like the way these enemies animate, though. That is for sure, right? That looks great. That looks great. I've seen the Famicom version of this in screenshots. Like, these battle screens, they're just all black, right? There's no graphical treatment other than the enemies, and they blink at you, I think. Oh, it's the Village Reef. Thanks, stuff like this. Oh, I can buy a turban, which no one in my current class structure can wear. Hey, what's up? Oh, right. I was going to go to the registration office to see if my friend that I made would level with me or not. Hey. Small lake lies to the east, beyond the mountains. Actually, I do want... Actually, you know what? I need to know. I need to know. Because this... Oh, wait. It would be significant to know. But can I get to the barrel on the back? Yes, I can. I knew it! I see how you work, video game. Right, I have to talk to this lady. Oh, it had to dismiss someone. What happens when you dismiss someone? They still stick around? Okay. I'll put everything in but their equipment in the bag. If I didn't do this, you'd forget something important, probably. No. This? Right, there's Stu. Level 1. Wow, that's rough. That's rough. Oops. Yeah, they don't get gear, no nothing. I don't get more seeds to power them up or anything. This Stu, the vein dealer, she's... All she has is the clothes on her back and 14 wisdom and some MP. Any spells to even start? No. Rough. Rough! I can see that being really challenging then. Because all the grinding you have to do in these games. Obviously we're early on, so you'll level up faster than normal, but like, what happens if, you know, like, you're like, ah shit, I really want to try this other class out, right? And you can't. Because they'd be level 1, right? And like, how many other classes are there again? Jester and Thief. So there's always going to be 3 classes you're neglecting. 10? What? 10? What do you mean 10? There's more classes here I just haven't even unlocked yet? Is that what you're saying? I mean, that makes sense. It sounds crazy, but you have to like get them with... I mean, books are for personality. It's not necessarily for classes, but... Hard to tell with the translation. Huh. It's interesting. I don't know how to feel about that. Wait, hold on. What happened? Oop. There we go. I don't know how to feel about that. That's... I mean, it was an NES game first. So, like... I get it. Right? This game trying to... Like, I would have to see a change list. I did that with Dragon Quest 1+2. Dragon Warrior 3 for NES versus SNES. don't want to watch a YouTube video to try and figure out for 18 minutes. Here we go. Differences from the NES version. These apply to all the remakes. All of them! Which I know there are quite a few. Graphic overhaul. No shit. Some new music tracks. Sure. The Thief class is apparently not in the original game. That's interesting. Take a look at that a little later. About 80 additional weapons and armors. Alright. A bonus dungeon and a boss. Personalities. Wait, personalities were not in the original NES game? Is that true? So I like how you choose controller here. Wow, look at this. There's no NES as an option here, which is kind of fun. Wait, really? This personality thing was not part of the NES game. Huh. How to get the personality that you want? Well, yeah, this looks like a lot. Let alone there's the quiz you do at the beginning and stuff, which we're talking about, right? There's a thief. That's some fun. Akira Toriyama art, sure. Ooh, a lady thief too. Yeah. Sage. Ba-da-da-da. Doesn't say how you get them. Just says what their attribute is. The goof off, aka the jester, or the gadabout on the mobile and switcher. That's a funny way to put that. Turn into a sage without the need of a book of Satori. Oh, interesting. On the other hand, they are nearly useless during battle. So, hell yeah, look at this. This witch just got a bottle of booze in her hand. It's like, yeah, let's go. All right, lady. This fucking pervert. It's fun. Yep, wizard. Oh, okay, yeah, Master Roshi looking motherfucker versus actual cool lady. Right? Wizards learn da-da-da-da. Aside from Sage, this is the only one that gets the by-kill spell, which doubles the character's offense. Interesting. Pilgrim. That's different than... I had a cleric, not a pilgrim. I don't know if they... Maybe these are just different names? Hold on. Yeah. Cleric. Fighter. That's what my guy probably was, right? No, I was probably a soldier. Hold on. Is that all of them? Okay, so hero is its own class. That's interesting. Right? Makes sense. Makes sense. Soldier was, yeah, the guy that we had in our party. Say big lady? There's your big lady. Here's your baby. She's ripped. Right? Okay, warrior in the remakes. Martial artists. Couldn't find one of those. Fighters. Cannot use magic. Fighters are fast. Can I equip much in the way of armor? Did they actually still even use weapons? Probably not, right? Fighters actually work well with a physically focused hero. Unlike the soldier, there is no need to decide which of your two sword users get the swords. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. It is interesting, I'll say, right? Yeah, Thief class is new class, introduced in a Super Famicom remake. Oh, the personality stuff, I guess. Alright, let's go back here. Medals. Yeah, I figured this was something that would not be in the original game, right? This kind of thing did not seem like it would be part of it. Just games didn't do that back in 1988. You know what I mean? Pots, barrels, bookshelves can now be searched. Oh, wow. You couldn't even do that before? You could do that in the first Dragon Warrior, right? The fact that they would take that out completely is kind of wild. That sounds a little suspect. Right? What other option do I have? It's not like I actually know. I'm not about to load up the NES version right now. Climb into wells. Yeah, makes sense, because that's where that one hidden area was. Bag added, which acts as a vault. Wow, so you didn't have that. You'd actually have to do item management out the gate. That's not fun. Names of characters and bag can be changed at Dharma Shrine. Is that like where we were when we were doing the registration for characters and stuff? Maybe, maybe not. Either way, if the original game doesn't have like a bag, that sucks. With all the multiple characters you have to manage and their own inventories and stuff like that. Ooh, that wouldn't be fun. Larger stats drop change, sure. Boss troll is no longer a random encounter. I don't know what that means. Second bonus dungeon for the GBC. GBC and SNES exclusive feature, a Pachisi board game. Well, I don't know what that is, but sure. Monster animations. Yep, like I said, it's not an original game. 4 new tracks. Monster medals for the GBC. Oh, okay. And an ice cave. And then a bunch of naming differences. That's interesting. That's a significant amount of things that they added, right? It's quite a few different things. Even the personalities. That's I find that really crazy. Right? Game can add to the remakes of 3. Find character attribute growth. But is this meaningful though, right? Like, I don't know. Look at those NES sprites. Yeah, they're fun. Yeah. I mean, as expected, right? As expected. It's funny, they actually redrew them for the Game Boy Color as well. Which, gosh, this Jester sprite, yeah. That's Mr. Do-ass looking motherfucker. Get out of here, pervert. That's just Merle. You know? Wait, there's an actual merchant class. I mean, merchant class is the merchant class, but also merchants as a class in the game. My extra gold from enemies, in addition was normally dropped. Handy. That's interesting. Huh. Huh. I completely missed that as I was scrolling through. Crazy. Again, this personality thing. I don't know how meaningful that would be. It certainly seems meaningful. Oh, I'm seeing. Sorry, let me go back here really quick. It was off the hero personality quiz thing that we did, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, why don't I just do this? Great. Great. Ooh, look at this. Oh, shit. God damn it. I want to make your guy twisted. Yeah. Make that I a 1, right? Maybe make this E a 3, right? Is that a mermaid diagram? What do you mean a mermaid diagram? I don't know what that means, actually. Where did we end up? Oh, we're down here. The brothers in the... Wow, okay, so there's different scenarios depending on how our personality quest went. Quest, I mean personality quiz. That's what I meant to say. We got macho because we carried the brother. We could have left the canteen and been fearless. Or been a bully. Leave his brother. I guess. Sure. Sure. Where were we? Strength 115%. Because we're macho. right. I'm gonna guess there's maybe other modifiers on this. Or maybe not. Ooh, you could be sexy? For 120% luck and agility? I guess it'd be good to have two attribute bonuses, right? I guess, oh, in some cases, yeah. It's like you get 140% if you get the right combination of it, I guess, if you're min-maxing it, right? We technically got the worst bonus if we only get strength. I don't see macho anywhere else on here. Valiant would have been the way to go if you really want strength. I don't know if Dream at Niagara Falls called me sexy. I would probably go to therapy. Yeah. It's fucking weird. It's a very weird thing that they added, but it's kind of neat, I guess. I don't know. You know what this says to me? Because this stuff was not in Dragon Quest or Dragon Quest 3 originally, or Dragon Warrior 3, if you prefer. Having this personality system in place to give your characters stat boosts is just another way to ease the difficulty curve on the game in a more interesting way than just cutting the HP of some enemies or making your character experience curve smaller or something, right? So that's cool, I'll say. Sorry, controller's gonna make a boo-boo. Just putting it away. But yeah, that's a very Tokimeki thing to do, I guess, right? I guess. So my lighting situation is a little... It's too bright. Hold on. Oh. Nope. Nope, that's the wrong way. There we go. Ugh. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's mildly interesting to say this. That's an interesting way to handle an easing of the curve, but albeit a very complicated way to do it. But if you like personality quizzes and you find that fun, you're probably going to think this is pretty cool, right? I'm not going to say I didn't find it cool or something. It's what I'm saying is, like, even though I'm seeing through to the mechanics of it, like, yeah, sure. And they added like all those different like little scenarios and stuff you can do at the beginning to, you know, leave the canteen behind for the brother or whatever. And we didn't see all the other different ones that were in that that one little guide that we saw, right? That reminds me a lot of like what Ogre Battle is. You remember when Ogre Battle does that at the beginning, right? Where's Ogre Battle? It's here somewhere, right? Ogre Battle also throws that quiz in front of you and eventually asks you to pull like a tarot card and stuff. Like, here it is, right? I was mystified by that back in 1990. I probably would have played like maybe 96 or something, right? It's very good because 7 is basically just oops all unrelated scenarios. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming what you're saying is Dragon Quest 7 feels a little, quite literally, unhinged. I'm assuming out of that statement. Or maybe doesn't have a good connectivity of how the game feels like it works. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, Delpho? Here's what I'll say. I think this game is pretty cool. Kind of feels like an anthology. Interesting. It's really interesting. I think this game is pretty neat. I'm not gonna say I love it. I think it's very good. I really like the way it looks. first and foremost. That's the easiest given, right? I like the way it sounds. You don't run into any bad music necessarily, although again, that's more of a personal taste. Also, fuck the composer of the Dragon Quest series. What's the name? Something Sugiyama, right? Koichi Sugiyama. Yeah, fuck that guy. Speaking of the dead, who fucking cares? That guy sucked. That guy sucked. You want to look up how bad that guy is? You can do that on your own time. That guy literally wanted to support fascism for what it's worth. As such many cases in society. Anyways, I think this game is pretty alright, all told, from a technical level. I really, really could not believe how smooth some of those animations were. For a game that, you know, arguably does not have that much animation in it. Like, in terms of thinking about the structure of RPGs in general, and how this game is obviously a remake, right? In a way. Like, you know, your character's walking around on, like, the overworld and stuff like that. They're still doing the, you know, the classic Dragon Quest thing of just always in a walk idle animation, right? Because that's what these games are, right? So the fact they decided to keep it that way is a stylistic choice, understandably. So, like, how else are they going to spruce up this game? Well, they clearly did in the battles, right? Because even then, there's not like the background. Like, it'd be nice if the background moved a little bit too, for being honest. You know, in some, like, maybe the forest scenes where in the battle, maybe make the, I don't know, trees move a little bit or something, right? I can appreciate they try to, like, give it the look of some lighting effect to it, at least. But they could add maybe a little animation there to help out. But no, they were like, put it all in the enemies. Make this fucking anteater hop around like this and then try to lick you. Make the slime really jiggle its way at you. This looked absolutely insane, right? And that's cool as hell. But it's still Dragon Quest 3. It's still a Dragon Quest game. The encounter rate is off the charts to any standard, if we're being honest. There's no good way to escape that stuff. I fleed sometimes. I almost got killed. I purposely did that because I wanted to see if I could make it back home, right? I did not. I barely did by the skin of my teeth. It's not easy, right? So yeah, it's still a Dragon Quest game. You gotta grind it out. I really don't think I like... I say don't think I like because, again, I've only put 2 hours in this game-ish. Right? I don't think I like the way that when you have to shelf a character, if you'd like to try a different class or another character, right? That they have to start from scratch. That's rough. Right? So that almost like feels like in this game, it makes you feel bad for doing that, right? Ideally, that's just hiring. That's not true. You can hire someone who's more experienced. Usually you got to pay for it. Right? You can choose to have someone with a little more less experience, and you can perhaps train them. Also hire someone who's more experienced as well, right? Saying that as a 43-year-old who just got a new job a month ago. Anyways, what I'm saying is, I kind of wish you were able to, I don't know, what if it was exactly that? Like, hey, like, pay extra gold for this person to start at, like, a certain level, right? Speedrun this game is 2 hours and 36 minutes. That's fucking crazy. That's incredible. That's fucking crazy. But yeah, I feel like an easy solve for that is just pay gold to make a character start at a higher level, right? But they can't be like, they can't go beyond your hero's maximum or something like that. Or maybe it can only be like within a threshold of your hero's level, right? Like, you can't level it past either your hero, or you can't level it like maybe like 3, 4, 5 levels underneath your hero level, right? That'd be the easy way to solve that. You can think of a giant personality thing for this game. They couldn't solve that. That's kind of fucked up, if you ask me, right? Pay an extra 20 gold, put out your posting on ye old LinkedIn. Yeah, I guess. I don't think I have anything else left to say about this game. I think it's pretty self-evident, right? So where's this game rank? Oh god, imagine you had to put every new person through the personality test. Here's what I'll say. As an interview process. Here's what I'll say. If they really want to go double down on that personality test thing, the way to do it would be not to depersonalize each of these characters that you get. I liked how in Dragon Warrior 2, or Dragon Quest 2, whatever you prefer to call it, I like how you had to go and seek out your companions, right? I liked doing that. I would not have minded if you could do that personality test as a process of playing those characters to develop their personality as you bring a whole team together, right? Now, what game am I actually describing? Right? Right? And even a little bit of this, right? And even a little bit of Chrono Trigger as well. That's why those characters are as memorable and as cool as they are, right? But 1994, 1995. Yes, this says 96, but actually 1988, right? So they had a middle ground, I guess you could say. That is kind of neat. Still kind of neat, right? It's obviously the spirit of that original product. So let's just get right to it. Yes, this game is better than Super Godzilla. I had to get that out of the way, though, focus. So, but is this game better or worse than Dragon Quest 1 and 2? I almost said 1 and 3. Is this game better than Dragon Quest 1 and 2? Yeah, it absolutely is. My feelings on this has not changed. I do actually want to go back and play more of this Dragon Quest 2, right? I do want to go back to this when I have time. It's hard to find it right now, but I do find it really interesting to see the history also through like this particular lens, you know? In the same way I, talked about enjoying Earthbound in contrast to Mother 1, right? Treating under that lens, I think it's still really interesting. Do I want to play that original Dragon Warrior 2? Not really. Right? Not really. I think there's edification to be had there, but it's like, I don't know. Not me personally. Some people would say yes. I talked this when I ranked it, right? Why would you play this game? Da 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 da. Right? Depends on whatever angle you would come at it. It makes sense since it has Dragon Quest 1 in anyways. This is still really good. I really like this, right? But like the improvements on Dragon Quest 3 here, or that are here in Dragon Quest 3, are immeasurably more interesting, right? Than the improvements that they made to Dragon Quest 1 and 2 again feels more like a remastering, right? Yes, they updated the graphics a bit, right? But within the limitations of like what a Dragon Quest is. This game takes that and also goes further, right? Like those animations on those battle sequences, absolutely crazy. The amount of graphical work they put into like those background scenes, the amount of work that they put into this personality thing is crazy. Absolutely unhinged, but very cool. Very cool. Dragon Quest 3 is absolutely better than Dragon Quest 1 and 2 as a package. Even though I still really like this, right? Even though I still really, really like this. What's good? The animations? Yeah, I remember when Godzilla just walks out the building and goes... And how there's exactly one frame of animation when you do that punch before you do your whatever beam attack or random ass shit that it does. And the headbutt thing with the... No. Is Dragon Quest 3 better or worse? Kirby's Avalanche. It's better. I would say it's better than Sunset Riders. I think it's better than SOS. Worse? Kirby's Avalanche is just Puyo Puyo 1. It's not even Puyo Puyo 2. Get out of here. Come on. It's better than Super Smash TV. Yeah. As much as I like Super Smash TV. It's better than Libble Rabble? Yeah. It's better than Final Fight 2? Yeah. It's too bad it's K-On! Isn't here to be like, Blackthorn is cooler. As cool as Blackthorn is, Dragon Quest 3 is better. Better than Majou-U. It's better than Cannon Fodder. Stones of Power do glow and let's just get right to it then. Where is it? It's gotta be around here somewhere, right? Am I just not reading it? Oh. Oh. Yeah, Dragon Quest 3 is better. Sorry. I thought it was higher. But it's not. It's not. Is Dragon Quest 3 better than Flashback or Aerobiz Supersonic? Interesting. I think it's better than Flashback. It's better than Aerobiz Supersonic, though. I gotta think about that one. It's better or worse than Illusion of Gaia? Do Re Mi Fantasy? This thing is kind of neat. Yeah, it's better. It's better. It is better than Aerobiz Supersonic. It is. As neat as this game is, I don't... I struggle to say it's for the sickos only. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say this game has an accessibility problem. It requires you to have a interest in the subject matter, right? There's a larger accessibility to something like that is not the only factor that dictates if a game is better or not, but sometimes that can be so disparate that you have to recognize. Right. Another game for the sickos, Shadowrun. I think Dragon Quest 3 is better than this. I think Dragon Quest 3 is also better than Super Tetris 2 plus Bombless. Ooh, is Dragon Quest 3 better or worse than Taekwondo? A sport of kings. That's not true. That's not what they say about it. isn't okay? What this? Everyone knows when I say that. That's usually like the signifier for like, oh, Russ has to think about it. It's probably getting there, but it's like, what isn't better than Dragon Quest 3? No, sorry. What is better than Dragon Quest 3? That's what I meant to say. I think NBA Jam is better than Dragon Quest 3. Lufia 2 is better than Dragon Quest 3. Mortal Kombat is definitely better. Pocky and Rocky is better. Super Fire Pro Wrestling is better. Rockman and Forte is better. Both these versions of Herodias are better. Wild Guns is better. Breath of Fire 2 is better. These are all better games. It's just they just are. Donkey Kong Country though. Yeah, Breath of Fire 2. Breath of Fire 2 is really cool. Where you got your dragon is your mom. The big ass dragon. Come on. Come on. Also, there's actual Dragon Warrior 3 is a game from 1988. A foundational RPG. But still foundational. That's not all the way formed to what we expect from RPGs in 1996. They added. Yes, they did. You're right, they did. 1996. Okay. It's not better than Breath of Fire 2. This game is really, really cool. I wish I could spend more time with this game. I would. But a Cosmo quiz there. Great, I learned I was an introvert. I learned my color is, my emotional color is green. Great. Warrior 3, Dragon Quest 3 even. Better or worse than Legend of Mystical Ninja? No, Mystical Ninja is better. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country is better. SimCity is better. Mega Man 7 is better. Is Gradius 3 better? Now we're getting to it. How much stuff do I have in between? I don't know about this. Is a wide ass gap from Taekwondo. Arcana. Okay, here we go. Is this Blobber RPG, as one might say, better or worse? Is dungeon crawling Blobber, I should say, actually, better or worse than Dragon Warrior 3? I will hypothetically say I think Arcana has just as tropey as a story as Dragon Warrior does, obviously. It's got character class kind of stuff in it too. You know what? I didn't do any spell casting. I just realized in Dragon Quest 3. I just realized I didn't do any at all because I didn't run into a boss, and I was talking about how like, we're just attacking our way through this because our character is still so fresh, right? Eventually, I got so fed up with just the grinding where it's fast forwarding through it. That is a knock against it. Arcana has just as Arcana. I'll say Arcana. Arcana has just as much grinding in it, That did not go away in 1992. That is for certain in this world. If you forget, this game was made by HAL Laboratories, of all people, right? Which is kind of crazy. I think Arcana is better than Dragon Warrior 3. Hey, Hammer, how's it going? There's no S for spellcasting in RPG. It's true. That's just true. I think Marvelous Mohitsu no Takarajima is better than Dragon Warrior 3. Quest 3. Whatever. Yeah, that feels right. Dufffolk is going to hate me for saying it, but I think Out of This World is better than Dragon Quest 3. It is. It is! This whole block, you hate it. You hate this whole block here. This is the, like, Russ pays homage to an old game block, right? An old artifact. Clock Tower, Prince of Persia, and Out of This World. Oh, you did come around on Clock Tower? You just like the little scissors boy, that's all. Yeah. Dragon Warrior is still better than these games. Or, sorry. These games are better than Dragon Warrior 3. That's what I was trying to say. Rock and Roll Racing, though. Oops. I think Rock and Roll Racing is really cool. Obviously a fan favorite for a lot of people. I still question this game's depth, right? It doesn't feel as fun to race these cars as it does in RC Pro-Am. People make that comparison to those two games all the time, and I think it's very ill-conceived. Yeah, it's me. These two games play nothing like the same, other than the fact they are isometric, top-down racing games. That's it, right? Someone say it's 200. No, I think that's exactly where it needs to be. Is there... I always talk about like how much space is between games, right? Because the list is, again, the list is the list. But we've only got only 333 games on this list, right? There are still 1,400 somewhat odd more games to go. There is a lot of room in between the margins, right? And in this case, you know, let's just say, I think at around this zone could very easily drop under 100 once I play just more games, right? A few more months, yeah, who could say at this rate? I think Dragon Quest 3 is better than Taekwondo. I would also say I think it's better than Mega Man X2. Is it? That hurt to say. Or is that me coping because I want to like Mega Man X2 so much? Even though I think it's a very weak Mega Man game. That plays fine, but is extremely unexciting. Right? It plays fine. It plays how a Mega Man X game. X3 has a soft. I have not played 3 yet. I gotta play X3 still. I reviewed the top-down racing game Hot Rod from the late 80s, early 90s. I don't think I know what that is, Hammer. What is Hot Rod? Is it like an old PC game? Sounds like something that would have been like an MS-DOS kind of situation, Hammer. Am I wrong? Right or wrong on that? Or is it on a console of some kind? Hot Rod game? Street Rod. Oh, I'm seeing a few different things here. Hot Rod by Sega from the arcades. It seems to be some ports. I don't know what this is. Amber, let me finish ranking this game because I think we're very close. But I would like to look. I've also seen everything called Street Rod, and I'm seeing some screenshots here that look familiar to me even, so let's look into that after I chop the episode. Dragon Quest 3 versus Mega Man X2. Yeah, that feels bad to say. But I'm saying that because it's copium. Dragon Quest 3 is better than Mega Man X2. And it is better than Rock and Roll Racing, but it is not as good as Arcana. Is it better than Rock and Roll Racing? Yeah, it is. It is. Is it? Got that hovercraft. Shoot those missiles. It's always going da-na-na-na-na at you, right? And every once in a while, it's got the highway star and... No, I don't need to play it again. No focus. Yeah, and then the announcer's all like, he's ready to blow! And like, it's got Olaf from the Lost Vikings. Doesn't have an anteater that animates real fun. Yeah, Dragon Quest 3 is better. DQ3 has some really cool stuff later on, though. I believe it. I believe it. Classic RPG tags. How many hours would you say this game is, Del Focus? I'm curious. How long to beat? I'm gonna look this up right now, actually. Dragon Quest 3. HD remake is 33 hours minimum. 65 for completionist. Yikes. Seeds of Salvation. I don't know if this is only referring to which version of the game. Okay, I'm seeing here 63 people have been polled for this Dragon Quest 3 Seeds of Salvation. It is still using a subtitle, which is okay. Main quest, 28 hours. That's not the worst I've ever seen. 100% is 37 hours. I've seen worse, I guess. That seems long. But I'm curious. There's no other version here I'm seeing, right? I don't think so. The Game Boy Color people have pulled more or less the same. NES version people are pulling pretty close to the same. Take a word for it. I mean, how long do you think you took, Del Focus? Because that sounds about right to me, at least. I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyways, I want to look at that more, but I would like to play more Dragon Quest 2 before I do that. I feel like if I was to play this game the way I normally do with a lot of these games for the edification purposes and just fast forwarding through a lot of this grinding, I feel like I'd be doing myself a real big disservice. You know, those animations and stuff is really good, and I'd be fast forwarding through all of it, right? So what else is there left for me in this game to discover, right? And I think a lot of that is just like all the weird character class kind of stuff, how influential maybe some of these statistics go. The story, I skipped through a lot of it today, mostly for the sake of speed. I am curious. I would go back and maybe actually read it, right? So this being a fan translation and stuff puts an interesting spin on that in some ways. Like we talked about, like it took away the ye olde English kind of speech, which in my opinion is kind of fun. again, remember, most of my exposure to this series was the very first Dragon Warrior for the NES, for the North American release, right? So like, I'm used to it. Yeah, it's a vibe, right? I could see someone getting annoyed with it, perhaps, but I don't mind it, right? It at least gives it a unique flavor that you're only find in like very certain games, you know. Definitely not going to really find that today unless it's extremely like intentional to a tone, right? Whether it be comical or like I think that's basically it. I could not take it seriously. Like, don't come at me with like fucking, I don't know, some Kingdom Come Deliverance shit where they're talking like that. I'm not gonna take it seriously. As much as that game would want you to take it seriously for a whole host of other, I would say, bad faith reasons, but I don't want to get into it. Right? I get it. Some people say the second one is better for that. That's fine. The studio director still seems like a giant piece of shit. So, who cares? But whatever. To each their own. Well, is it? I don't know. I also don't care to find out because I don't want to play those games. So, not my bag. Right? Alright. Let's end this episode there. I think, I think Dragon Quest III is super neat. Some people, I think, might even say this game I ranked a little low. It's not? Okay, don't focus. I believe you. I believe you. I'll take your word for it. I believe you more than I believe most people on these things, so. But yeah, I think some people might even say I ranked Dragon Quest III a little low. It's not that I don't find this game uninteresting or something like that. I think it's deeply interesting, but I think it's like, it's still so foundational to the point where it's like, you can really feel the Dragon Quest early JRPG kind of vibe off it, and that's cool, but you have to really be okay with that, right? Real sicko shit, which is me if I had the time. I don't. There are so many good other RPGs. We've gone through some of them even. Lufia 2, right? You don't get Lufia 2 without, well, Lufia 1, and also Dragon Quest as a series, right? The Breath of Fire series, right? You don't get games like that without it, and those games are incredible. I'd much rather go back and play those. I can't lie about that. Oops. What if it was a painfully slow and unresponsive 2D cinematic platformer? Would that be better? I mean, by some virtue of ranking, I guess so, but I mean... Oh, you're not talking about this game, actually. You're talking about the other ones. We gotta end this episode! Thanks again for everyone hanging out. Thank you, Delfocus, for giving me all this wonderful context for the Dragon Quest series that I did not have. Shoutouts to you. Shoutouts to everyone else who came on by. Let's just end this for the VOD first. Then I'm going to look at that hot rod thing that Hammered talked about, because I'm curious. I'll be back again tomorrow with some... we'll see about the Rocksmith stuff. My hand is a little bit sore. It's a little crackly. I don't know if it's getting picked up by the microphone. So, like, maybe we'll just play some Crusader tomorrow, right? Get that explosion.gif out. It's been a while, because we skipped it for like a couple weeks now. And I think it's maybe a good time just to crack our way through that game rather than me cracking my fingers. So we'll see. We'll see how it feels. But stay tuned for that. We'll be back again next week for more Super Nintendo games, which I'm very excited to do. Thank you again. We'll be back later. But for now, say goodbye to the VOD. Bye, VOD. Peace.